No, next question. Who's got another one? Bring it on. First of all, I don't like the word sustainable. Sustainable, by definition, means that which is barely ahead of death. And so I prefer to think of like, well, I want to go way beyond that. I want something that's more robust, something. So now that first I just want to take that word, give it a nice kick, and now I'll move on. I think sustainable could mean a lot of different things. And so some people want to say sustainable agriculture, and I don't know, Monsanto's trying to come out and talk about how green their stuff is. And so it's like, I don't know, I'm sure they're using the word sustainable in what they're doing, and I wouldn't agree with that. As for our definition of permaculture, permaculture tends to have, we compare it to like organic gardening. Would that be fair? Do you want to hear about that perhaps? So, I think one of the most common things that you see in organic practices is everything's planted in rows. And permaculture never rows. I mean, you might plant some stuff in a row just so it's like, well, I don't know what's going to look like when it comes up, so I'm going to stick a label on it and plant it in a row, so when it comes up, oh yeah, that's that stuff I planted. That's what it looks like, okay. But usually polyculture is an important thing. I mean, we saw a lot of polyculture here. In this video, I don't think there was much mention of plant families or plant guilds, but usually the idea is that you'll plant like 50 different things all together. You'll fling the seed you'll mix it all up and fling it around. Then what happens is that, suppose you have carrots, and you have a row of carrots, and the next row over is also carrots. It's a field of carrots. Each carrot needs stuff in order to grow. We could call it nutrients, but I mean, like, our knowledge of what a carrot needs is pretty limited, and we're still learning all the time. I mean, we can't even figure out what people really need. We're still arguing about that. So do we really know what a carrot needs to be an awesome carrot? So we do know about some nutrients in the soil. I mean, we break them down into elements, and of course those elements can be combined into all kinds of crazy things, and some are better than others. And then all the carrots are kind of exuding something at the same time. They're exuding carroty goodness. But everybody around them has heaps of carroty goodness. They don't need any carroty goodness. Now, if you go into a polyculture, you've got 50 different kinds of plants. So now that carrot is exuding its carroty goodness, the mycelium in the soil is taking that in. The mycelium needs sugar desperately because it doesn't have any green leaves. So all of these green leaf plants are getting all of this sugar by doing the photosynthesis trick with the sun, right? So they have sugar. And then the plants kind of need more nutrients, more food, more things. So the mycelium goes to the carrot and says, hey, I got stuff to trade, man. Do you have sugar? Because I could really go for some sugar. So then the mycelium effectively trades with the plant. And then takes that carroty goodness and runs over to the next plant and says, hey, I got carroty goodness to trade. You know, I can use some sugar, want to trade? And so then trading. Now the carrot takes in all kinds of nutrients that are exuded from all the plants around it. And then the carrot exudes its stuff, which it trades to the mycelium in the soil. So, now there's all kinds of nutrient exchange going on that is exchanging all kinds of nutrients that we don't even know how to measure yet. We don't even know that they exist yet. I mean, how long ago was it that we learned about beta-carotene? Speaking of carrots. So, hence the polyculture. Now, some trees also have really deep taproots. They can bring up extra water when it's droughty. And it also brings up nutrients like calcium that are down deep. And it'll trade those with other plants. Some plants are nitrogen fixing. So then they can trade this extra nitrogen with the other plants around them. So, get the idea? Does this answer your question or my dad?
If you like this sort of thing, come on out to the forums at permies.com, where we talk sustainability, homesteading, and permaculture.